Welcome, everyone, to the 2002 Marathon Offshore Grand Prix, coming to you from beautiful Marathon, Florida. This is the second stop on the APBA Pro Series Tour. Hi, everyone. This is Vince Lipari on behalf of Jeff Girardi and the rest of the Freeze Frame video production crew. We have some 70 competitors in all for this event. It's a three-race event in classes Factory 1 and all the P classes in the first race. In Race 2, it's Factory 2 and the Super V light boats. And in the final race, the Supercats, Super V, Supercat light inboard and outboard. Three-race event here in Marathon, Florida. Now, the racers, the fans, and the Marathon community, APBA Offshore Racing, and the race promoters are all excited about the return of APBA National Pro Series Offshore Powerboat Racing to Marathon after an absence of over 10 years. The return of APBA Offshore Racing to Marathon coincides with the 20-year anniversary of the reconstruction of the overseas highway, including the 7-mile bridge, one of the longest segmental bridges in the world. The premier race viewing area has been set up on the historic old 7-mile bridge. Now, this new racing format uses a shorter course, about 5.5 miles, which is laid out entirely in front of the main spectator viewing area. This course allows the spectators to view 100% of the race while keeping the boats closer together, running deck to deck at speeds of up to 140 miles per hour, which increases the excitement of the race. And of course, Freeze Frame Video Production certainly proud to be back here in Marathon, Florida, and none of this would have been possible without, of course, Mr. Lee A. Mills, the race director for the Marathon Offshore Grand Prix. Now, the APBA officials include Mr. Michael Allweiss, who's the CEO, President and COO Martin Sanborn, Executive Administrator Lynn Eason, Carrie Rasmussen, Operations Director, Jim Poplin, Safety Director, Paul LeBrew, Chief Inspector, Mike Tomlinson, Chief Referee, Dee Kimes, Chief Scorer, and Jim Felton, the Director of Race Communications, and Mr. Drew Korn, he is the Homologation Director, and those are the APBA officials. Now, the sponsors for the APBA Pro Series Tour: Mercury Racing, Donzi, Volvo Penta, iTech Performance Trailers, Vortec Engines, Tommy Bahama, Formula Racing, Sunoco Racing Fuels, MBNA.com, American Express, Jewel Yacht Transport, BioClean, IMCO, Sterling Performance, Speed Channel, and of course Freeze Frame Video Productions, among others, sponsoring the Marathon Offshore Grand Prix and the APBA Offshore Pro Series 2002. Now, the competitors for this event, we said there are 70 competitors in all, but we're going to give you the competitors for race number 1. And here they are first off in Factory 1. We've got Flashwave, Propco Propellers, Patriot Offshore, Velocity VRI, Offshore Addiction. In Performance 1, it's, check it out, Big Oaks Offshore, Team Velocity, PowerboatTours.com, Wild Rose, and Out for Justice. In Performance 4, Scott Free, The Bat Boat, Christie's Photographics, Team Warlock, and No Name. In Performance 5, High Priority and Screamin' Nuts. And in the Performance Exhibition Cat, we've got the Bacardi Silver, How Sweet It Is, and Eliminator. Those are your competitors for race number 1 here in Marathon, Florida. Lots of great racing in store for the 2002 racing season this year. After this race here in Marathon, Florida, we go to Cape Cod, Massachusetts on June 7th, and Savannah, Georgia on July 3rd, Cleveland, Ohio on July 26th. On August 16th, we go to Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. On September 20th, it's Atlantic City, New Jersey. And the National Championships in St. Petersburg will be on October 18th. Of course, the World Championships in Key West on November 18th. So a lot of great racing in store on the APBA circuit this year. We've got 20 onboard cameras for you in this event. 8 cameras for you in race number 1. We've got 2 cameras onboard Bacardi Silver, 1 front and 1 rear. We also have a camera onboard How Sweet It Is, another on Big Oaks Offshore, camera on Chicks Beach, another on Powerboat Tours. Patriot has a camera, and we have a camera on board Typhoon. 8 cameras here in race number 1. 70 competitors in all in this Marathon Offshore Grand Prix here in Marathon, Florida. Second stop of the APBA Pro Series Tour. Let's look around the dry pit area and look at some of these big, beautiful machines before the start of the race. All right, very shortly, we will be airborne to bring you race number 1 of this 3-race event here in Marathon, Florida. All right, as you can see now, we are over the milling area, and there's the orange smoke signaling that we are just a few moments away from the lineup as we expect some of these boats now to begin leaving the milling area and lining up for race number 1 here at the 2002 Marathon Offshore Grand Prix. All right, now we are over the milling area, and we just saw the orange smoke, and the boats now begin to leave the area, following the pace boat, beginning to line up. We're just a few moments away from race number 1 here in Marathon, Florida, and there now we begin to see the lineup. We're going to go with the P start. Of course, we've got the Factory 1 and the P here in race number 1. We've got boats like Out for Justice, Velocity, Eliminator, How Sweet It Is, a Big Oak Offshore, Bacardi Silver, all beginning to line up, picking up speed. A beautiful day here in Florida. Calm waters making for fast racing today. Second stop on the APBA Pro Series Tour, coming to you from Marathon, Florida. Freeze frame video, certainly proud to be a part of it. Many, many spectator boats lining up. As we said, we've got Out for Justice, Velocity, Eliminator, How Sweet It Is, Big Oaks Offshore, many others here just getting ready and waiting for the green now as the boats begin to spread out, picking up speed. Bacardi Silver there in the mix, as well on the outside. Powerboat Tours is also there, getting a little sandwiched. And we've got a green now here in race number 1 here in this Marathon Offshore Grand Prix. And on the far outside is Bacardi Silver going to the immediate lead. Bacardi Silver, Out for Justice is there as well, and How Sweet It Is. So it's Bacardi, How Sweet It Is, and Out for Justice, your early leaders in race number 1. There's How Sweet It Is. We're going to go on board How Sweet It Is in just a moment here in the early moments of this race here in Marathon, Florida. Bacardi Silver on the far outside, your leader. Number 39, How Sweet It Is, a 36-foot Eliminator. Let's go on board now. Rear shot, we got Brent Leach and John Peterson, driver and throttle man. Took the first in Daytona, in Daytona, the Supercat Light, and the P class, P1 class as well. Powered by two 500 horsepower inboards. How sweet it is. Eliminator there on the left side. Eliminator. There's Powerboat Tours getting sandwiched there, and we've got on the outside Big Oaks Offshore. Out for Justice on the right. At the start. Everyone off to a great start. Great competition here in the P class. How sweet it is. Factory helicopter shot. Brent Leach and John Peterson, driver and throttle man, aboard this 36-foot Eliminator. There's that 7-mile bridge there in the distance. Great viewing point of this race. Early moments of race number 1 of this 3-race event here in Marathon. 70 competitors in all. John Peterson, the owner of How Sweet It Is. All right, let's go aboard now. PowerboatTours.com. Brian Howlett's on the left. He's the driver. Louise Whitmore, the throttle person, on the right, and Greg Sanders, the navigator. All right, back to a helicopter shot. There's How Sweet It Is, your leader in class. How Sweet It Is. There's Eliminator on the outside, a 36-foot Eliminator, Bob Leach and Tom Bruner. Eliminator going around the turn. 36-foot Eliminator. Bob Leach and Tom Bruner, driver and throttleman. They're from California. Bob from Temecula, California. Tom from Canyon Lake, California. Bob Leach, the owner. There you see the spectators on the bridge. Great vantage point. Mercruiser powered, 2 500 horsepower Mercruiser engines. There's How Sweet It Is and Bacardi Silver up ahead. Bacardi Silver, your overall leader. How Sweet It Is leading in its class, but we're going to go with Bacardi Silver, at 36-foot skater. Sterling powered. It's got 2 1,300 horsepower Sterling inboards. David Scott is the driver. John Tomlinson is the throttle man. Bacardi Silver holds a kilo record in 2 passes. Got 188.5 miles per hour. Had the fastest time at 190.045 miles per hour. It is also your 2001 APBA National and World Champion. Your 97, 98, 99, 2000, and 2001 Lake Ozark Top Gun champion. Owner is Naughty Marine. That's Naughty Marine, Mr. Dave Scott. Matt Peterson is the crew chief, and some of the crew members include Steve Wallace, Lucky Bodenbach, Mike Powell, Wayne Mount, and Mark Thompson. This boat is rigged by TNT Custom Marine and Advanced Marine, doing the maintenance as well. Bacardi Silver, your overall leader. Let's go on board now. Bacardi Silver. Dave Scott and John Tomlinson. Dave from Edwardsville, Illinois. John from Miami Club.